Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Fish Belly White Citizen here, and greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to a brand new day. And indeed, it is a brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid. Now, the reason I say Fish Belly White is because I am. I mean, I try not to tan up like my arms are doing. Yeah, compared, you can barely see it on video here, but if you were in person, ooh, the difference is big. So I make sure to slather myself up with sunscreen so I can maintain my healthy cave fungus glow. I am so white, I almost glow in the dark. But anyway, thumbs up, and how about that? We have a disruption in routine today, so I am like that, but it's a scheduled disruption in that once a month we have a community meeting in the community center of all the people who are renting here, and today is the day. And so we're going to go in and talk, and I have social anxieties, but familiarity helps with that. So when I first started going in there for community meetings, that was hard. But one of the things I do is when I go out for walkies is I walk through the community center, whether it's during office hours when the office people are here, or when it's off office hours and the building is, the community part is lit up, but the offices part is all shut down and closed. But I still walk through, so that I can make myself be a part of things. So it's easier, but with anxieties, you're always having a slow trickle of adrenaline with your mind telling you that something's going wrong, something bad's going to happen sometime at any moment. You can't tell what, can't tell when, but it's going to be awful. But that's been getting easier, so thumbs up for that. And this upcoming Tuesday, a cottage inspection where they're going to be doing primarily, it's a, what's the word, infrastructure, where they're making sure walls aren't cracked, pipes aren't leaking, things are still working the way they're supposed to. So thumbs up for that. Yay! Past that, oh, I did write some things down, but here we are. I lost the other thing that I wrote stuff down on. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, here we are. Because, of course, I am organized because I have ADHD, which ties into this. Because I have so many solo board games and solo RPG games that I want to play, as well as computer games that I want to play, as well as videos that I want to make, the problem is, as a person with moderate to severe, and I think it's more on the severe side, attention deficit disorder part of ADHD, unless I can hyperfixate and hyperfocus on something, I can't focus on it at all. I mean, if I can't just put everything into it, and this is not a personal choice. If I don't want, this part, the unconscious part of me, doesn't want to hyperfixate, I can't. So hyperfixating and hyperfocusing is rough because it's hard to come back up for air. But at my stage in life and with everything, unless I can do it, I am stuck. I could almost feel it come on periodically. When I first started getting things together to do Blood Moon Apocalypse, a solo RPG / resource management / survival game by Alex T, Black Oath Entertainment, and I could sort of feel it coming on, but I had enough questions that weren't being answered that the hyper-focusing couldn't happen. But I could feel it ramping up. So, because there are so many games by Alex T, all of them solo, there's Broken Shores, about a world that got drowned. Literally, something happened, the water just came up, and now it's been coming back down. And those survivors are those that were on ships, and now everyone is exploring islands that are appearing from the ships, and you are one of those. And it's a solo explore the drowned world game. Except it's not solo, but you're got your character and a team. So that would be interesting to really get into, especially since I bought the expansion for it. So that would be cool. But then there's also the game Nathalos by Alex T of Black Oath, where you were supposed to have been executed for a crime and your corpse thrown down into the necropolis underneath the city. But you wake up. They did not kill you properly. And now you're in the necropolis under the city, and it is an unending, gigantic necropolis, and you gotta try and survive. And one of the things you have to do to survive is the underworld under here. The necropolis is divided into domains with a boss of each domain. And it's your goal to kill each domain boss and survive. And so it's all about that. And of course I've got all, well, I do have all the D100 books, D100 dungeon books. I really want to get into playing that again. And of course there's D100 Space. I have the first book of that. So those would both be really, really good. Then of course I have all those board games that I still really want to play. I cut the selection down further to try and really cut down on the whole, what is that called? Choice paralysis, where there are too many options and you can't choose. So, yay on that. But then, yeah, and I've been just limping around on my heel, so I have not been walking anywhere near as much, because I try not to limp, but I'm limping for a reason. When I try not to limp, I'm trying to just grit my teeth through the pain. But then when I stop thinking about it and do other things, and keep hitting the camera sensor there, and do other things because I'm not thinking about it, I start limping, and then the limp increases. But the thing with a limp is you're compensating with other parts of your body, and on this side I'm coming down with a bang on my heel, because my right will get all the way up through a normal stride and then collapse at the last part, because going up on my toes stretches the tendon over my heel, and so my foot doesn't want to do that, which means I can't walk on my toes, which means that stride, which has been going fully along, suddenly lets go and drops, and so bang, down on my heel. Which, of course, that's bad for the whole of your body, but it's bad for each one of your joints that's compensating, because they're being smacked in a way that they're not prepared for and haven't been dealing with for decades. And then, of course, each stride being off, my back is killing me when I walk because I limp. Yay! So, yeah, I'm hoping I can get this taken care of moderately soon, because oy vey. And then past that, that's all I got written down. But one thing I did want to do, I showed these before, and I made a community post about my latest member of the family, but I had mentioned I had gotten these fries, the Squishmallow fries. The name on the label is Floyd. I like the name Floyd. I don't mind. This is Floyd, the fries. Now this one I got as well, some time ago, and this is some breakfast toast. I can't remember what the name of the breakfast toast is, but I've been calling it Samuel. So this is Samuel, the breakfast toast in my family. But the latest one is this little feller here. And this on the label is Ernest. But this isn't Ernest. This is Ernesto. So Ernesto is now a part of the Squishmallows family, which is my family, since I like to keep, as you may have noticed, stuffed animals and stuff like that, and plushies. So this is the latest one. Yay! So that's a good thing, I think. Past that, I have been playing computer games, of course, and trying to do my best, and I have been able to figure that that pain that I've been complaining about in my back, I think that was more overuse of this arm. Because thinking about it, when I first started getting up and doing things after I was bedridden for a month and a half, when this arm went gone, I had to arch my back hard in this direction for it to be even halfway tolerable. Which, with this spike in my back, I had to arch my back hard for it to become halfway tolerable. And it only showed up since I've been trying to use this arm more. And you know what happened when I started using this arm less? I don't have a dagger in my back anymore. 60% of my life has been stripped away from me by this nerve compression. It sucks. I hate it. But I am, again, as much as I was ready to get it done before and have surgery, that was a product of the moment. And in this moment, I am, again, in no hurry to crawl onto the operating table and have them start hacking into my body. I don't know how the heck you clear bone away from nerves. So, yeah. When I have this done, and eventually I'm going to have to, when I have this done, it's going to be a long time before I can come back online. I mean, there's going to be surgery, and then immediate recovery, and then I will most likely, with a surgery up here, be sent to a skilled nursing facility, and then spend time there until I get good enough to come back here where I can take care of myself again. I'm not looking forward to that either. Especially since I've worked in skilled nursing facilities. Nothing against the people that do it, most of them. They're just like any business. There are people doing this work that have no business doing this work. But you'll find those people everywhere because that's humanity. But most people, overworked, underpaid, they're doing the best they can. So corners get cut. Otherwise, I mean, you got to get your job done within your X amount allotted time period, and you can't go over. Not they won't pay you. You can't. You have to get your job done. And since they can't pay you over that, you also can't just stop and then work off the clock, because that's illegal too. So you got to get it done. You have to get 10 to 11 hours of work done in 8 hours, and you can't go over that because they won't pay you and you can't do it. But you got to get it done. Corners get cut. Such is life. But hey, I've been, excuse me, still trying to be as creative as possible, working on my solo RPG setting in my head. I've been talking long enough that the power options there, which I haven't changed yet, turned my screen off. I've been thinking of all of these things in a creative fashion, but nowhere near as much as I would like. I do most of my thinking when I'm out walking, and with my heel and the heat wave that we've got going on right now, if there is noise in the room, it's because I have a fan going while I'm recording this, because it is too hot to not have the air moving at least a little bit. And as soon as I'm done recording, the AC is going back on again. Hokey smokes. So thumbs up for that. But I've been trying to do my best to do absolutely everything. I know I was speaking of something in particular, but now I'm not. But I'm trying to think on the creative stuff, and I have been just not going to talk about it today because I am, even though getting ready for this thing that isn't going to be a big deal, it's a disruption in schedule, so having to go to the community meeting has got me all nervous and upset. But that's just the way I get with a disruption in schedule. So, yay. Anyway, I'm going to try and get done the things that I have to get done, like editing, rendering, and uploading of this, taking care of myself and my room, and doing what I can in the facility. Today is Friday. I have to do my chores Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I have to wipe down windowsills and light switches. They have the chores set for what you can realistically do. And with my arms, I can realistically do that. And I don't mind doing chores to help give back to this place that has kept me from being homeless. Hokey smokes. Yeah, I'll do chores. Not a problem. To the best of my ability, of course. But yeah, thumbs up. So hopefully you too can get done the things that you would like to get done. And if you cannot, please do not beat yourself up. That does not help you get it done. It's just falling into a pattern of behavior that you are used to. Yay! For every Patreon, thumbs up and thank you. You are beautiful and awesome people. Without your help, I would be a badly hurting monkey. Well, because of my change in circumstances, a slightly hurting monkey to just a hurting monkey. And I appreciate that. Slightly hurting to the other directions. Hopefully you understand what I mean, even though I said it poorly. Thumbs up for that. Your help is immeasurable. Greatly appreciated. When you look in the mirror, you're looking at someone who is beautiful physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. For everybody that leaves me comments, thumbs up and thank you. I answer as many as I can, which is not as many as I would like. With this nerve compression, I can wave my arms around for short periods of time, but that's because, they're at least not staying in the same position, and I have periods of rest. Whereas to play a game or type, I have to hold my hand up and outward in the same position for periods of time, and just doing that right now is not good. Yay. I do what I can though. So thumbs up. Thank you very, very much. It is appreciated, each and every one of you. I do have a GoFundMe to try and get a computer. I have been looking up online to see about, pre-builts, which, is like, even saying the words, thinking of buying a pre-built is like chewing on tinfoil. But this one techie guy I watched this morning, he was going through and looking at a whole bunch of pre-builts by a whole bunch of companies. And amazingly, he went, and then there's Lenovo, which last year's was not that bad. And this year's looks to be even better. And then on to the rest, which he kept criticizing. And for a techie guy to call it not that bad, maybe a Lenovo gaming computer would be the way to go. All-in-one pre-built. If I can't get someone to help me get the parts and then assemble the parts when the parts show up to make a computer, pre-built's pretty much the way I gotta go. Anyway, if you could check out my GoFundMe link, that would be very, very awesome. Thumbs up and thank you. People have been helping, and I wish I could put names up here, and I wish I could remember to write them down. I hate having ADD. But everybody that has donated, you are wonderful people. It is getting, well, not close yet, but it is getting up there, so thumbs up and thank you. If I had a total, I'd say it, but the fact that I can remember my name is a major victory. most of the time. Trying to be prepared for something is a nightmare of epic proportions. When I'm actually sitting in front of my tablet or my computer or whatever and talking like this, all bets are off. And I wish that wasn't true. I wish I had a brain that was better at retaining things than just a puddle of water. But I don't. But then, if I did, I wouldn't be me. And I am me. And while there are parts of me I wish weren't like that, like my memory, I do pretty much like me. So, thumbs up for that. And of course, I can't remember what else I'd say. So, I'll just wrap it up with this. I hope your day is awesome for whatever day you happen to be watching this, whether it's the day I posted or any other day. Thumbs up for that, and I hope it is an awesome and wonderful day. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that, my friend, is indeed a very good thing. I'd say my brain is made out of Swiss cheese, but Swiss cheese is actually expensive. And I don't think my brain is all that expensive. I think it's got a whole lot and a whole lot bigger holes than any Swiss cheese. Or I could just feel like that because I hate having ADD and it's making me, throw my self-worth and feelings of self-esteem out the window because of that. I think that's pretty likely.